Alright, good evening everybody. It's your boy Akeem and welcome to today's vlogs. Here to finish things off with the Pac-12 North Division previews for the 2016 college football season. For this vlog, I'm here to talk about the champs, the Stanford Cardinal, headed by head coach David Shaw, who is entering this sixth season as head coach. He's been doing a great job leading the team to a 12-2 overall record and a huge win over Iowa in this past season's Rose Bowl. Now they're head by running back Christian McCaffrey, who was second in the Heisman Trophy race last season, and I honestly believe it should have been really between Deshaun Watson and McCaffrey. I think McCaffrey could have probably had an edge at last year's Heisman. I do not believe that Derrick Henry should have deserved it, even though Alabama did come off with a big season as well, winning the national championship. I think McCaffrey and Deshaun Watson had bigger seasons than Derrick Henry, as I mentioned before. Now, this is a couple problems that they have on both sides of the field for the Stanford Cardinal. They have some voice that they have to fill in. Starting with the quarterback position, Kevin Hogan, who's had a great season last season with 27 touchdown passes to 8 picks, is no longer with the team. So the battle is between Ryan Burns and Keller Crisp. And I think that Chris is going to be the starting quarterback at the beginning of the season, only because he has just this much more experience. He did have 9 attempts last season and that long touchdown pass. Now, he does have McCaffrey behind him at running back, so he should take some pressure off of him because the defense is going to be focusing more on stopping McCaffrey, and I think they have a better chance of doing that because of 2 key losses in the offensive line, including Outland Trophy winner and Josh Garnett. Garnett, he's a big loss, as well as Kyle Murphy. So 2 players who I believe is going to have to step it up this year are Casey Tucker and Johnny Caspers. I think they can have, especially Tucker, I think he can have an all Pac-12 performance at offensive tackle. Now, as far as the receiving core, they have Francis Owasu coming back, as well as their top wide receiver in Michael Orector, who was leading the receiving core, even though Chris McCaffrey not only led the team in rushing, but also receiving as well. Now, as far as the defensive unit, there are some key players that's going to be missing out, some all Pac-12 performers, particularly in both of the defensive ends, and Aziz Shitu, who was first team all Pac-10 and Pac-12, and then Brandon Scarlett. Those are tough losses. Now, they do have Solomon Thomas, who David Shaw has high hopes for him to step it up at the defensive end and become a good pass rusher. As far as the linebacker core, they do have some of their players coming back, but their key player in Blake Martinez, he's no longer with the team, so Kevin Palmer, I believe, is going to have to step it up at middle linebacker. Ronnie Harris, the second team all Pac-12 performer, AP, he had a good season as well last season. He's no longer with the team, and they do have some key players returning in the secondary, who was a decent secondary at best, but they do have Quentin Meeks coming back with 3 interceptions leading the team. Now, if you take a good look at their schedule, this is going to be a scary schedule for them, particularly because of all the voice that they had to fill in on both sides of the field. On September 17th, they had to deal with USC. The following week, on the 24th, they had to deal with UCLA. October 8th against Washington State, in which the Cardinal just barely pulled a 2-point victory last season. October 15th against Notre Dame. That is going to be a key matchup. And on November 12th against Oregon. Now, USC and UCLA are part of the South Division, while Oregon is along with Stanford in the North Division. And that November 12th is going to be key in who will represent the North Division. And I really believe that the Oregon Ducks is going to represent the North and make it to the Pac-12 championship. I believe that the Stanford Cardinal is going to go 8-4 overall this season, 9-3 at best, but I really think they're going to go 8-4 for the season. Now, the next time I'm going to catch you guys will be in just a couple minutes. I have 2 more blogs for today. Thank you for watching this blog. I'm your man, Akeem. Be easy.